There has been a competition of two big ideas over the last quarter century. One saying that what you would call a bigger government interpretation, and it's the role of the government to Democrats would say, while being fair to everyone, but also recognizing that there are historical realities that some people have, that many people are born into this world with more obstacles in front of them than many other people, and some of that is the result of unfair behavior on the part of our society over time. And so it's appropriate for us to collectively try to equalize the opportunities or minimize the obstacles. That idea, which does mean taking more money from everybody and spending that money in a collective way, or the flip side, which has not really been the libertarian notion. That hasn't really been, but a smaller government, but still not small government version of Republican politics on the other side that has kind of said we shouldn't do that, but accepted a certain amount of it. In the end, in the competition between these ideas, we still have ended up with a growing number of Americans with the sense that they are being left behind, that there's growing objectively, empirically determined income inequality that is clearly a huge element of this discontent. And so is there any real reason to believe that there is an alternative that could end up dealing with both of those realities? I mean, the sense of being left behind by poor whites, the sense of inequality built into the system that is legitimate, I think, for a lot of African Americans and other minorities. Right. I mean, is there something is there any idea on the table that really can move us beyond this argument we've had for the last 25 years?
Well, I would argue that Republicans generally and Democrats have both embraced this idea that government should be the middleman, that government has grown dramatically under both Republicans and Democrats, and wealth is being redistributed, but maybe to different constituencies. But what's always the same is that there's this big fat middleman. All of the interests that come to Washington, D.C., corporations, big unions, whatever it is, there's a line of buildings all around the Washington Capitol and the Hill of people that are trying to get a piece of the action. And that's the fundamental problem with progressivism, this idea that you would redesign things, because politics doesn't work that way. You can't rationally redesign things from the top down because someone's going to show up and get the volume of that. So that's the rage against the machine that I think is legitimate. And I think you saw it in Bernie Sanders activists. I think you see it in Trump activists. There's this understanding now, because you can Google it, that there's a lot of corruption in Washington, D.C., regardless of the stated intentions of policies, including Obamacare, which I fought against, obviously Democrats supported. You're seeing a lot of corruption that comes naturally when you let politics redesign something that big. I think raging against the machine is halfway to understanding the solution. The solution has to be treating everybody the same under the law. And I have an agenda here. I'm a libertarian, and I think the only way America works is if we don't choose favorites, because the favorites we're actually going to choose in the political process are not the people that you think we should choose.